The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
I'm coming.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Broken tackle. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Right back to Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bengals at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. A good pickup there, a 22. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. From the gun, a give to Brown. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Davis Price will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Hey, come on out here. Go get some.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Night, sweetheart. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Now Wilson on second down. And Matthews has it right side. That one a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Inside the 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
You're trash. Mike 55. 3 buzz. Switch.
Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete?
It's just me and you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Get ready.
On second down, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. On the ball. 29 is the Mike.
There's Wilson to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They're running it. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Bandit. 29 is the Mike.
On third down, Wilson.
Target.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check curls. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch a slant.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Who that? 44 is the Mike.
Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Hey, let's go.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Let's go one more.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to about the 19. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a 1st down, but isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. You go night-night. Time to go night-night. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. Here's 3rd and 10.
Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Motion. Bump, bump, bump. 55's Mike, guys. 55. I'm coming.
Throwing is Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Oh, good move. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
An inside give, Brown. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
One, ready? 55, right there in the middle, 55.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This is caught, it's Cooks. Touchdown, Bengals. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 29 is the Mike.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
55 is Mike, guys, 55. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 29 is the Mike.
Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mike 5. Mike 5.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Watch the screen. Mike 5.
They go play action with Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals open the lead up to 34-0. McPherson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Watch the curls. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Now Wilson.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Wilson will throw again.
So we got man.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Let's bring it.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 52 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 42-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
57, Mike, 57. Come on, D. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Watch the backer.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Airs this out for Matthews. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Mike 55. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Now it's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 55. I got you.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result, defensive tackle.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Williams is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Now it's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Exit. Strong right.
Hey, gotta go.
Mike 55.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Even. Hey, check Mike. Watch 85.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check.
On the counter, here's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try it, and it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
57's Mike. I'm coming after you. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
44, Mike, 44.
Hey, watch the ball.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
42. Broncos 14.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this.
Brings up second and 10. At the 29-yard line.
Mike 55.
Here's Wilson.
All day, defense, all day.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trust.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
I'm one, ready?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Here's a give to Brown. And just not a whole lot here to be had on the ground. Maybe a yard. Second down.
1 yard gain.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And Burrow going to change the play.
Mike 5. Don't get nervous.
Another run for Brown on second down.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
180.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On 1, ready?